So far, I have explained the file system regarding this program. That is an essential prerequisite, not only in Excel, whatever program you write it, maybe C program, Java or Python, first you have to create the file system. What is the importance and all that already explained to you. That is the first step in the professionalism. Don't do it randomly like many other students. Okay, and now let us come to our task. Before writing a program, you should have 100% clarity about the final output. What you are expecting out of this program, that you have 100% clarity. Logically, it is like you are traveling to some destination. You should have 100% clarity about the destination, which place you have to go, which address you have to go, which person you have to meet. All that you should have clarity. Then only you start your traveling. Here, no trials and errors. You should have 100% clarity over the final output. Then there will be no distraction. Whatever step you put forward, that takes you towards the final task. That point you have to understand. First, have a look. Have a look, and if you want, you take a snapshot, because you have to write it every time. You need not refer and all that. Okay. Thereafter, what are the technical names of the components? You don't use the names as you like. Whatever names people use are technical names. Those names only you have to use. And top top row we call as a title header. Title header. Second row, column headers. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. For every column, we have given a header that is called column header. Thereafter, columns are there, rows are there, where they intersect and all that, we call them as cells. That we know. So, this is the program. In order to write this program, you must know 10 commands. Being a beginner, you may have some diffidence. Can I do that or not? Drive away your diffidence. Don't worry about that. I am here. By simply implementing 10 commands, just 10 commands I explained one by one, and your process should be, whenever you are performing first command, don't think of rest. Whenever you are performing second, don't think of first and rest. And whenever you are performing 3, don't think of 1 and 2 and the rest of them. This is the process. When you do that, whatever step, whatever command you implement, you check it, whether it has properly or not. Actually, that is the right approach. Then ultimately, if all is well, it ends well. That you know that. If all commands are implemented properly, ultimately you get the correct result. Here, one technique, one simple trick we are following. Suppose you are typing a mail. There are 2 ways. One is, after typing every sentence, you can check up about spelling check, grammar check, etc. and all that, concept check and all. And other process is, after typing the whole letter, whole mail, you can check up. Our process is the first one. After completion of every sentence, after typing every sentence, you check up the spell check, grammar check, and concept check. All that. First sentence will be over. Perfect. Then you go to second. Here, 10 commands are there. So after implementing every command, you see that whether it has come out properly or not. If all is well, it ends well. That point always you remember and proceed. This is the true professionalism. Professionalism means you should learn from the day one. The culture should be cultivated from day one. That point always you remember and proceed. This I am telling you, this will be a game changer, no doubt about that. Okay. Now you see that. First, what are there? First, title, that is title header is there. Thereafter, column headers are there. Just you type start from A1. Start from A1, you type it, and what matter and all that already you just refer to that. And ETT1 always is a good practice. What is the good practice? Whatever program you write, simply give the index ETT1 in this log. This is the first program. Like that, if you give just seeing that, you can understand what is that. Thereafter, whatever title we have given, the title we give, and just to type it. Don't worry about the what is the how it is and all that. Just to type without any spelling mistakes and all that. Thereafter, how many columns we require? We require 5 columns, and 5 columns. So just whatever headers I have given, all the headers you type, whether those are fit or they cross, don't worry about that. Just to type serial number, item name, number of items, rate per unit, rupees, total amount, rupees. Here, one very important thing I have to tell you. Many students, they never type units. Suppose rupees are there, they never type rupees. Age is there, they never type years. There some length is there, they never type feet, square feet, etc. and all that. You should not be in that category. Don't behave like a student. Behave like a professional from this day. So here, what are the units? Rate should be in units. Total amount should be in rate should be in rupees, and total amount should be in rupees. Rupees symbol you can use for typing. Rupees symbol, control shift and 4. The 3 together it press, then the rupee symbol will come. Or otherwise, simply you can type rupees also. However, you know this now, then rupee symbol only you type. That is always a good practice. Wherever you get a doubt and all that, you Google it. Otherwise, you consult ChatGPT, but don't carry forward the mistake. Then and there, it should be resolved. Okay, now this typing is over. Next, what we have to do? Actually, already told you. Find the problem and fix it. What is the problem so far? We find title header is there. Title header came one side, left side and all that. What we expect? You want, whenever you give a title or a header, you want it to be in center. Then what to do? Actually, 5 columns you are using. You select 5 columns, and thereafter on the top home ribbon you can find merge and center. I red marked it, and after selecting the title header row, merge and center, you press, then automatically comes like this. Comes like this means the title should come to the center what you expected. Now just one is over. First command implemented. In this manner, every command you check. Don't bother about rest of the commands and all that. All is well. Always recall. All is well, it ends well. Now, we have implemented the first command. You see that it should be perfect. You learned one element. Now, don't bother about column headers. Column headers, actually, these are column headers. Whether the column headers exactly fit in the column or some excess is there, less is there and all that. Don't worry. You just have to check whether 5 column headers are properly typed or not. They are more or less and all that. Don't bother. Okay. Now, the second command. The second command is entering data. Actually, there are all data can be classified into 2 groups. Input data and output data. Input data means what we enter. Output data means by using a formula we calculate. As far as input data is concerned, just think like a trader. Which data you enter in a bill? Serial number you enter, item name you enter, number of items you enter, rate per unit you enter. But total amount you don't calculate. Your computer will calculate. If computer is there, computer will calculate. So we have to enter input data. For input data's sake, one, it is a structured data entry, row wise. Why I am telling you, there should be some integrity. Actually, one is there. Regarding 1, 4 items are there. What is that? Notebook 10, 45.5. That is a record. First you have to enter first record, thereafter enter second record, thereafter enter third record. This is the way. But don't enter vertically. Actually, there is an integrity. 1 is a notebook, its number of items are 10 and rate per unit is 45. Always this is called one record wise only enter. Here for a beginner one problem is there. Normally after entering data, you press enter key. Once you press enter key, it goes here. Again you have to come back. Don't do that. Actually after entering 1, you press a tab. Once you press tab, it comes here. Cursor comes here, then you type notebook. Thereafter you again enter tab, like that. 4 items only. Total item we have to calculate using formula. Wait for some time. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that we enter. Here one automatic technique. First automatic technique I have to tell you. What is that? Actually, as far as the 10 are concerned, first you enter, later you learn. What is that? 1, 2 enter. 1, 2 enter. Then you drag it down. Here, one small square is there. Square is there. If you drag it down, then 3, 4, 5, 6, even 100,000 also automatically they come. System Excel can understand the logic. What logic you are expecting after 1, 2 means 1 you are adding. Then automatically it does. Suppose from 2 without selecting 2, from 2 only first you have to select 2 and drag. Suppose without selecting from 2 only, if you drag, the rest of them are 2's only. That point you have to understand. It has to understand the logic, what you are expecting, that you have to reveal through by writing. Okay, but for this program, don't do this and all. After doing that, you make a try. Now you type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 items are there, or 10 items you type. Now, how many items totally you have to type? 10 into 4, 40 items. Carefully, row wise enter. Whenever you are doing this type of program, row wise only do that. That is the structured data entry. It is that means after one record, other record you are typing. It's a good practice. Okay, but don't do it randomly and all that. Okay, now we have entered everything. We have entered all the how many items? 40 items we entered. It should be the perfect one. So with this, our second two commands we implemented. Then check it out. Everything is all right and all that. After implementing every command, take a minute of time and focus on that. Actually, whenever you are focused, you may get some doubt. I may not get, but you may get doubt. Whenever if you are getting a doubt means you are going towards the right in the right direction. Always remember that whatever doubt you get, then and there it gets clarified. Okay. Now here one problem is there. Already I told you. What is that? This is actually the columns are having standard size by default standard size, but you are entering different items and all that means you are just 1, 2, 3, 4 you are entering. It takes only one space. Here you are entering pen, small one, three characters, notebook, bigger one, highlighter. So, but it differs. After entering everything you can find some is like this, some is like this, some is like this, and all that. Actually, what you are expecting, all that should fit in this column. Then it looks fine. So you are putting a title header. It should be accommodated for title header. Title header should not go to other column. All that you have to do that. For that purpose, what you have to do, resizing column. For resizing column purpose, one command is there. That just implement and see that. Very simple command. For that, one type of cursor is there. This cursor, simple plus. This cursor here, two arrows this side horizontally there. That is called column resize cursor. Column resize cursor. Suppose a cursor is like this. That is row resize. Sometimes we are not doing here. In some other case, row also we resize. Then row resize cursor we use. You should name the technical names. Don't use that. If you don't use correct name, correct technical name and all that, you are degraded. That point always remember. And wrongly using technical term also very bad. That's why whenever I am teaching, I am showing you some technical name and all that. You understand that and own it. And own its purpose also. Now what we have to do? Now which cursor we have to use? Column resize cursor. Okay. Here just one element, one character is there, but it is broad. Then what to do? You put it here. Cursor, you put it here and double click on that. Then what happens? Exactly what is required, it comes. Now next comes here. Come here and again put that. Double click here. Exactly here on the top, just to see where I put and all that. Then suppose bigger name is there. Then what is the biggest name, longest name we take and is moved. See, it is shortened, it is broadened. Like this, for every column you do that. Every column perfectly fit into the column. That is the first step. You should not go beyond that. So if you see that prima facie, total amount goes beyond that. If you click on that after E, column line, exactly how much length is there, that much column is created. Column size is adjusted according to that. Then it looks very fine. So as you expected, that's the professional step that you have to understand. Okay. Here now we have implemented the third command, resizing column. What you did also, one name you give, because very frequently we use these names and all that. Fourth one, total amount. Total amount we don't enter. Already I told you. Input data you enter. Output data you calculate. How you calculate? There is a formula. For everything, one formula is there. You have to use that formula and do that. Where we type formula, just here, one formula bar is there. On the top of that, you see that one formula bar is there. Whenever you are writing a formula, whatever formula you are writing, you should start with equal to. Start with equal to and all. Now, at that point you remember. Now, how to use formula and all. Actually, in total amount, actually where first formula is to be executed in that is in E3. E3 you select, because here only you are expecting total amount of the notebook. That is the first step is, don't forget, and you should select it. Then in the formula bar, you have to write the formula. What is the formula? How can you calculate total amount? That is C3 into D3, number of items 10, notebook, number of items 10, and each notebook is 45 rupees 50 paise. So what you have to write, carefully write, upper case only write, lower case also works, but don't do that. C3 into D3. In C3, this is a cell reference. What is there? In that number of items are there. D3, what is there? That price of element is there. Then you press it and enter key, and you selected E3, the total amount is printed. Once again, I am repeating the fourth command. Here we have to calculate the total amount for each item. So for that purpose, where it is required, that cell we have to select. That cell is E3. Exact correct cell you have to select. Thereafter, what you have to do, in the formula bar, you have to write the formula. You should start with equal to. Always for every formula, you should start with equal to. Thereafter, number of items where it is a C3, that is cell reference, and rate per unit D3, that you write. And this is the multiplication symbol, not X. In mathematics, you write X. Here, star symbol you use for the multiplication. Then press enter key. Then the corresponding result. What is the result? 455. 45 rupees 50 paise into 10. 455 it is printed. Thereafter, what about the rest of 9? Who will calculate? You need not calculate and all that. Simple auto technique is there. Automation. Here you have to put a cursor, special cursor, that is like this. This is called a fill handle. Already I showed you 3 types of cursors. This cursor is for selection. Selection any cell, it is plus like this. This cursor, column resize cursor. This cursor, row resize cursor. We didn't use the next programs. We use that. Here we call fill handle cursor. This is no arrows and all that. It's simple thick plus. You put it here. Here small square is there. On that you put and drag it. Then how many are there? 9 are there. All 9, you need not calculate. All 9 total amounts are calculated and fill. This is totally autofill. That you have to understand. Being a beginner, you may get it out, but you check it up whether it is calculated properly or not. That is always good. Seeing is believing. Okay. Now you see that all the totals have come. Now our table is full except grand total and all. Okay. This is the way you have to do that. This is autofill. That we have to use very frequently. We use this autofill. Okay. This is the fifth command. Already told you. You follow this. You focus on every command. Actually, later one time only you do that. Later, just like that you do that without thinking how you are typing mail and all that. In the same manner, in Excel program also you do that. But now, if you don't follow this technique, focusing on each and every command, every time you have to waste your time. That's why I may take 30 minutes time or 40 minutes time. I don't bother. Nobody on the earth will do like this. But I am doing that. My intention is very, very clear. You should not fail. You should master by end of this program. Okay. Next, What is the next step? Ultimately, we have to find out a grand total. For grand total also, again, in order to calculate grand total, one function is there. What is that function? Sum is the function. Some different types of functions are there. These functions perform a special sum. It name itself. It calculates the sum. Average one function is there. It calculates average. So sum of which items? Actually, which items? Where it is there? That is E3 from E3 is the first item. And what is the last item? E12. Now, how many total items are there? From E3 to E12, 10 items are there. So, you have to write like that. In between, colon, not semicolon. Always remember the syntax. E3 to E12. What you are expecting in formula bar is right. I am expecting the sum of the items in E3 to E12. That we are telling. And where you have to select, where it is required. This is E13. E13 you have to select. Why you have to select? There you are expecting the grand total. The grand total is printed here, and that you can observe. See, the grand total 2089.5 correctly. Otherwise, you checked up being it is your first program, you check everything. Seeing is believing. Thereafter, opposite to that, the B column, grand total, you write. So far, 6 commands we executed and got some result. Now everything is ready. That means, in my view, analogically, the food is ready. Cooking is over. Now, what we have to do? We have to organize it properly on the dining table. Those operations we perform. Now, every data what we are expecting out of this table, that is cash bill, everything is ready. Thereafter, you have to, here fonts are there. Fonts and all that you select. Actually, for this purpose, I cannot guide you much. And by yourself, you have to do that. And my preferences are, my likes are different, your liking is different. That's why whatever font you want, whatever size you want, whatever color you want, all that you have to select and proceed. Okay. However, if you want to do like me, you do that. Thereafter, you make all the experiments. This is the, even though it is the first one, you make all the experiment. Now regarding fonts, regarding colors, everything use. Font size is there, font name is there, which font and all that you choose. There are 2-3 fonts you try, and which size is apt, that you see, that you select. Thereafter, one more thing I have to tell you. Actually, if it is not bold, it does not look good. So that's why what you do, from except title header, all that you select, and here B represent bold. In a home only, in a font section you can find, you B press, everything becomes bold. Thereafter, font selection, font size and all that you make. Thereafter, one more thing is there. Here border. Actually, border anything, whatever data you create and all that, if you put a border for that, it looks very elegant. Now what to do? From column headers, you select everything. This is the column header. 2, 3, 4, 5. Select everything. And borders drop down menu is there. Here, all borders. You see that? There are many types of things are there. I cannot, no human being can explain all those things. That's why here I am telling you what we are using. All borders you select. Then what happens? For everything, border will come. For every cell, a visible border comes and all that. Then it looks very elegantly. That you can see. See, it is a perfect. Without colors, everything looks perfect and all that. So this is the 8th command we did. Okay. Thereafter, aligning records. Aligning records means there is 3 types of alignment: left alignment, right alignment, center alignment and all that. As far as this is concerned, one clue I have to give. As far as names are concerned, always leave it as a left alignment. How it is, leave it. That's a good practice. Don't make center alignment. Rest of the things and all that, if it is center alignment, actually I am suggesting you, that looks good. If you prefer other thing, you do that. But what the good what the normal practice I am telling you. Now serial number are there and all that. Now if you want to make, you see that on the top symbols, icons are there for left alignment, center alignment and right alignment. Then if you select and do that, 3 4 in center it comes, looks fine. Thereafter item name you don't take, leave it like that only. Thereafter rest of the 3 column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, you see, select, and one time center alignment you make, then how it looks and all that you see. See, everything except item name, everything comes to center, looks very fine, everything looks bolder, that's a good thing. Thereafter this is up to you. Actually I have chosen certain colors and all that. If you want to choose those colors, you do that. You will take 1 hour time, no problem. Whatever all experiments you make here, two things are there: fill color and font color. Two icons are there. Fill color is called paint bucket. Okay, fill color. Actually, it fills with the color, whatever color you want and all that. It fills. You select and do that. Okay, font color. Font color also you can choose. Side by side you can find. Just where the icon, you see that, and fill color and font color, you do that. And whatever you like, do that. First, whatever I have given, you do that. It is a standard. Thereafter, whatever you like, you do that. One thing I am telling you, with this program, you should be well versed with all the commands, whatever you use. 10 commands we use. With the 10 commands, you will be well versed. You take 2 hours time or 3 hours time. But whatever time you spend now, you can save many times of that in future. Every time you need not make trials and errors and all that. Ultimately, in the first attempt, you can get the perfect result. Actually, there is a military saying: more sweat in the field, less blood in the war field. What does it mean? If you make more exercise initially and all that, you will never be wounded. That is military saying. Here, initially, if you work hard, if you learn all the commands perfectly and all that, you take your own time. Then thereafter, for every program, just like that, you can do that and can finish the task. That point you have to understand. And after this, all of you, I request you to subscribe the channel, because I am going to provide you everything for your career building. That is my promise. So whatever now, I am doing my best to give you the maximum. If you want something more, if you have any more doubts and all that, I don't mind to clarify, and if it is required, I can change my video also according to your requirement.